proportions stop. Shot! Scores! Cobourg wins the RBC Cup!
This is the OJ Today. What's up, everyone? I'm Bastyovanszky. So great to have you on board for this week's program. And it's officially crunch time now. We've got less than a month of regular season play remaining before the playoffs get underway. And we're kicking things off today with a contest between Stouffville and Markham. Now, why are we featuring two clubs with a combined 16 wins between them this season? Well, very simple. One of these two squads is going to nab the last playoff spot in the North Division. A ton was on the line last Friday in this tilt. Highlights now brought to you by Instat. Instat is the official analytics supplier to the OJHL, and Markham blanked the Spirit 5-0 the night before, so Stouffville was looking for revenge, and they would get it. First period, Ryan Cutler, the lovely little saucer pass to Odaro Iwari, and it's 1-0 Stouffville. 38 seconds later, another 2-on-1. Carson Whitson bulging the twine, and he puts the Spirit up by 2. Now Markham, trailing by 2, tries to use its physicality to get going.
Big hit! Oh my! Halliburton took Roach to the ice!
Yeah, that gave him a lift. Second stands Matthew Minichello, who's dished out a few big hits himself this season. Bangs home the rebound, and it's a 1-goal game. Back come the Spirit, though. Dawson Hitarachi feeds Jacob Roach. 3-1 Stouffville. In the third, watch this crazy sequence.
There's a shot. Rebound! Boomhauer! In front! Oh my! What a save! And a breakaway! Here come the Spirit, short-handed, scores! Second short-handed goal of the game!
Yeah, the Spirit came to play in this one. They grabbed the 2 huge points to go ahead of Markham in the North Division standings. Okay, the Golden Hawks have been feeling the heat out east, both from Wellington and Halliburton, and it may have gotten to them on this night. Already up, though, 2-0 in the second. Dalton Bancroft makes it 3. And the Hawks were cruising, but then the wheels fall off. Patrick Saney bangs home the rebound to draw the Dogs to within 2. And the third period was an utter disaster for Trenton. Saney was their main tormentor. He grabs his second of the game with that backhander. It was 3-2. And a $1:10 later, Saney, imposing his will, waltzes out front, nets the tying goal, and that's the Hattie for Saney. Things were all even at 3-3, and the Huskies would just not be denied on this night. 36 seconds later, Cameron Kasurko completes the comeback. Unreal. Halliburton storms back from a 3-0 deficit and steals 2 points. They take down the Hawks by a 4-3. Final score. Okay, the JRCs faced a stiff challenge when they hosted the Cougars on Monday, and the Cats were all over them early. Trevor Hoskins squeezing it by Selby Warren. 1-0 Cobourg, and they kept it coming. On the power play, Hoskin is going to feed Andy Rice, and the boys in green up 2-0 on the Canadians, but the home side woke up. Did it ever? Tyler Fukakusa to Christian Catalano at the side of the net. Jackpot power play goal 2-1. In the second, they would really crank it up. Jake Cederhoff steals and tallies. And that's a shorty for Jakey. And the JRCs were even Steven 2-2. 3 minutes later, Jacob Begrass with some spicy mustard on the wrister. Breaking bottles, the Canadians would pull away in this one. They take down Cobourg by a 6-3 final score. Okay, hotshots, listen up. If you think you've got what it takes to play in the OJ, well, here you go. The OJHL Combine is your chance to strut your stuff in front of all 22 OJ clubs. The 5th annual Combine is taking place between April 21st and the 24th at the Wave Sports Center in Burlington. There are spots for 132 players. You're guaranteed 3 games with real-time scoring. OJHLcombines.ca is how to register for the big event. Okay, performers of the week now, brought to you by Warrior, the official hard goods supplier to the OJHL, and it is a Halliburton Huskies sweep. Christian Chichigoy is your goaltender of the week from the Huskies, sparkling 3-0 last week, and he has had a great season so far, going 23-11-1 for the Dogs. And your skater of the week, of course, also from the Huskies, Patrick Saney, who was insane last week for the Dogs. 7 points in 3 games, and that aforementioned hat trick, of course, against Trenton as they continue to try to reel in first place out east. Hey, welcome back to the OJ today. So we're going to be absolutely consumed by the battle for the final remaining playoff berths over the last 3 weeks or so of regular season play. In the West, one team will miss out. Georgetown entered last weekend third in the division and had games in hand over the 2 teams below them in the standings, Oakville and Brantford. So it was a massive encounter when the Blades and 99ers faced off last weekend. Highlights in this segment are brought to you by Clean Quip. Clean Quip is the official disinfectant supplier to the OJHL, and these 2 clubs have been jockeying for position all season long out west. They've had some pretty epic battles. This one was no exception. We pick it up in the third. Oakville up by 1, make it 2. Evan Pringle, the sweet little tip, and the Blades led 3-1, but the 99ers were not going to go quietly. Kurt Watson redirecting the point shot, and the Niners were within 1. Now, Blades announcer Nicholas Fiore was adamant on this play that Brantford got away with too many men on the ice. No call. They even it up. That could have had dire consequences, but luckily for Oakville, it didn't matter in the end. Jake Alcaraz smashing in what proves to be the game winner. They would add 1 more for insurance as the Blades win a huge one, 5-3 over Brantford. And the next night, the Blades took on the team they're chasing in the West, third place, Georgetown, trailing 3-1 in the first. Chase Strachelek off to the races, soft hands. He beats Mikkel Kingo, and it was a 1-goal game. Second stanza, Zach Weigel, the super rookie, sprung on the break, and that is a shorthanded goal, and it's a 3-3 hockey game. And they weren't done on the same penalty kill. Mason Zabeski steals. He goes roof daddy. 2 shorties within the span of a minute. Rarer than hen's teeth. Could have been a backbreaker for G-Town. Instead, they put on their big boy pants in the third. Eric Russell finds daylight, and it was tied 4-4. Then
Sullivan with it. Spins back. Steal Ishmael. Here comes Ishmael coming in. Shoots. Save. Rebound. Sneaks by. They score! Chris Ishmael puts it in. It squeaks past Mal Booth. And it's 3 unanswered goals for the Raiders.
Alan Corkum, the call. That is a big win for Georgetown, who keep some distance between themselves and the Blades in the West. Okay, St. Mike's visiting the Patriots in a South Division battle. Trailing 3-1 in the third, McKay Hayes makes it a 1-goal game. And then Jonathan Meade. You'll see this one again in the plays of the week. The Dipsy Doodle Dandy shredding the Buzzers defense, and it was all tied up at 2 apiece. But St. Mike's manages to pull it out in the end. Bryce Sutherland, how many times have we seen him do that this season? Clinical. That would prove to be the game winner as St. Mike's holds off the Patriots 4-3. We head east now. Wellington in Cobourg to take on the Cougars. This was a wild one. The home side trailed by 2 in the third when Charlie DeFonseca draws the Cats to within 1. And then 3 minutes later, Callaway Mercer turns on the Jets. He is gone. That ties it up. And this one needed overtime to decide things.
Stick handle, he's got Pierce out there with him. Looks at the pass, here's Pierce to win the game. Shot! He scored! Pierce wins it! And double overtime!
Yeah, the Dukes take it, and they are now tied with Trenton at the top of the East Division. Okay, news. OJHL team trainers continue to shine. Back in February, Jen Vaikunas of Aurora and Lindsay O'Neill of Collingwood helped a pickup hockey player who suffered a heart attack on the ice. Well, last week, it was North York trainer Ryan Topping to the rescue. During a public skate before the Rangers game on Sunday, a gentleman fell headfirst into the boards. Topping, who's a certified first responder, hopped on the ice, administered help to the man until EMTs arrived, and was able to transfer care to them. Way to go, Ryan. Great stuff. And congrats go out to Craig Clayton. Craiger recently worked his 1,000th game as equipment manager of the Oakville Blades. There was a pregame ceremony for him at Center Ice on March 4th. He has spent 17 years now with the Blades, won 3 Buckland Cup titles with the team, and as he puts it, hey, he's just getting started.
That feels really good. Privileged to have been here for this long. It's been a great experience with this organization over the course of 1,000 games. And hopefully there's more to come.
Yeah, way to go, Craig. Okay, OJ commitments to tell you about, and the reigning Warrior Southeast Player of the Month, Tyler Fukakusa, has made his choice, and he will be going D1 to RIT. He will be a Tiger beginning in the fall of 2023. And Cole Moore, goaltender for the St. Mike's Buzzers, he's going south of the border, as well as he's going to be a Falcon. He commits to Bowling Green State University beginning in the fall of 2023, continuing the tradition of St. Mike's sending boatloads of players south of the border. Hey, welcome back to the OJ Today, everyone. It's been a jam-packed season full of great plays and interesting developments as well, and some new initiatives by the league. And joining me today to talk about some of those initiatives is the OJHL's Director of Business Development, Rick Morocco. Rick, long time no see. How you doing, buddy?
Alex, great to see you. As always, it's always a pleasure to talk to you once again. Things are going in full swing right now, and we're looking forward to getting, through to the end of the season and into our playoffs.
Well, there's lots for us to cover today, and let's start things off with the CHCH Game of the Week, which just wrapped up for the season. Now, originally, the plan was to do, I believe, at least 10 games this season, but with everything that happened, including, of course, the COVID shutdown for a month, that schedule got reduced to 5 games, but it went forward anyway. Tremendous success once again. Tell us about the plan for the Game of the Week going forward.
Well, the Game of the Week is very important to us. We really want to try to profile our brand and our players. Obviously, we had big plans this year, to broadcast the 10 games plus the All-Star game. That would have been 11. But obviously, the shutdown hit us. At that time in December when we were just getting revved up to start with our games of the week, and it really put a new position on us. We had to cancel a number of the games. Obviously, our teams had done a great job in rescheduling games, but ice becomes of a premium in trying to reschedule games on Saturday afternoons when minor hockey and everybody's competing for it. The 5 that we did do were great games. We did have some great numbers. The hosts were amazing. The final game was fantastic in Trenton with 2 real good teams. Trenton always does a great job in trying to raise money for their local hospitals, so we're really pleased with it.
So, Rick, the OJHL Combine is quickly approaching the 5th. I can't believe we're at the 5th, but the 5th annual Combine now. And this is something that, of course, allows players to strut their stuff in front of all 22 OJHL clubs in hopes of possibly making one of the team's rosters for next season. But this is something that's really taken off over the last few years, isn't it?
Yeah, we're very proud of the OJHL Combine as an early identifier of talent, for players that could potentially play in our league right away, or, they may have the opportunity to at least become an affiliate player, for one of our teams. We're looking forward. Right now, we're in the logistics mode. We're just finalizing some of the the logistics for the event. It's completely sold out. We'll have 136 players consisting of goalies, defensemen, and forwards, and we're really looking forward to giving those players, the experience of what it would be like to play in the OJHL.
So, Rick, there have been a lot of new sponsors that have come on board this year, and of course, many of them are featured prominently on this show, as well as the CHCH Game of the Week, of course. And one of those sponsors is NutriFarms, which is the official sponsor of the OJHL's Championship Series. Tell us more about that partnership.
Well, I mean, NutriFarms does a lot in the community for people that aren't aware of it. And, when we were able to sit down and try to come to an agreement, we felt that, our Championship Series was a great property, for them to sponsor, especially with the high quality that they provide, with their product. They aren't just about the Championship Series. I think more can be said about the fact that they do believe in our some of the properties that we have, like the Game of the Week and like OJ Today. I mean, I think those are all kind of part and parcel of, their sponsorship with the OJHL. We're obviously in the first year of the agreement, and we're going to be looking to expand on it.
One more thing before we go, Rick, and the league has really made big strides over the past couple seasons in terms of its media properties and distribution of content. And I just want to give a shout out to, once again, one of the best and biggest for the OJHL is OJHL Images. We feature their amazing photographs, of course, on every single episode of the OJ Today. Just talk about Tim Bates and his staff and the incredible job they do.
Yeah, obviously the OJHL Images is second to none. I mean, but, Alex, over the course of the first part, or over the course of this year, we've really sought to expand on our social media program. And a huge part of that has been OJHL Images. Obviously, the type of photography that they take on every game that they go to really brands our players, and it captures the moment. I think in the future you can look to OJHL Images and the OJHL looking into getting into more video content, clips as well, and incorporating it into our social media plan. But none of that gets done without the fantastic work that Tim Bates and all the staff that work at OJHL Images do.
All right, unfortunately, Rick, that is it, man. We've got to wrap up the segment, but so great seeing you again, buddy, and having you on the show. We will do this again soon. Take care, man.
Yeah, great to see you too, Alex. Always a pleasure to talk to you, and look forward to the next time.
Hey, welcome back to the OJ Today. For a while earlier this season, it looked like the Burlington Cougars were just going to run away with the West Division. But the Milton Menace have laid waste to that idea. The Menace had pulled to within 4 points of the Cougars heading into play last weekend. So the Cats were desperate to pick up 2 points against Aurora. Highlights now brought to you by Warrior. Warrior is the official hard goods supplier to the OJHL. And we were expecting serious fireworks in this one, but in the end, there was only one squad that put on a show. Aurora dominated. Lee Chang kicking things off, making it 1-0 for the Tigers right there. It stayed that way until the second period. They would make it 2, and then Matthew Goodwin pokes home the second chance, and the Tigers were up by 3. The onslaught continued in the third. Lee Chang smacking in his second of the contest. That made it 4-0 Aurora, and they would add one more for good measure. What the heck happened to Burlington? They've won 8 of their last 10, but get smoked in this one, going down hard to the Tigers. 5-0. Okay, Pickering was in Collingwood to take on the Blues last Friday. Down 1-0 in the first period. Elijah Pilosoff with the nice little tip, and the Cats, they tie up the game. It's 1-1, but this was Collingwood's day. Zachary Roy, the keeper, can't squeeze the shot right there. Adam O'Mara jumps on the juicy rebound, and the Blues go back up 2-1. 8 minutes later, Dylan Hudson gets sprung on the break. Watches Brendan Tomlinson tries to go for a piggyback ride right there. Nope. Hudson shrugs him off, squeezes it past Roy. And yeah, man, this was an upset. Collingwood adds one more to seal the deal. And they take down North leading Pickering 4-1 the final score. Okay, Markham was desperate to pick up some more points in the North Division, but it was a tough ask against Milton. Still, they brought it in this one.
Fasciano, Minichello scores! Scoring goals is fun!
Yes, it is, Joe. There's a whole thing behind that. Check Milton's Twitter for the whole story. Anyway, Markham was down 3-0, but those two goals made it 3-2. And then Matthew Percivali and probably ties it up. Are you kidding me? Could they take down the all-powerful Menace? The answer was no. Just a minute later, Andrew Horsley will bang home the rebound. That made it 4-3, and they would add one more for good measure. But kudos to Markham for staying close in this one against the powerful Milton Menace. Okay, OJ Leaders now brought to you by Nutrifarms. Nutrifarms, the official sponsor of the OJHL's Championship Series. And your scoring leaders, top 5, Brad Summers of St. Mike's, Bancroft of Trenton, Tyler Fukakusa of the JRCs, his teammate Matt Wild, and then Matthew Zebedee of the Burlington Cougars. The standings, and it's all sewn up in the South. Caledon and Mississauga eliminated from playoff contention. In the East, Wellington has now surpassed Trenton by a single point. In the Northwest, Pickering, Collingwood, Aurora have sewn things up. Stouffville and Markham still duking it out. In the West, Milton now tied with the Burlington Cougars. Milton's just been on an incredible run as of late. Plays of the week now brought to you by Troy. Troy is the official apparel provider to the Ontario Junior Hockey League.
Big hit! Oh my! Halliburton took Roach to the ice!
Catalano before the Canadians will have a bit of power play time. B-Grass in, scores! Oh, what a release!
In the corner. Sutherland comes out with a shot far down, it's in. What a shot from Bryce Sutherland. Big chance started by the rush from Sparks. He tried to lean in there, nice move, in, scores! What a goal from Mead, he's tied it up.
It's a break, Stretcheluk, oh low, Stretcheluk makes a move, scores! What a beauty goal by Chase Stretcheluk.
Now giveaway, here goes Hooden. Hooden trying to get away from Tomlinson. Tomlinson up and down all over him, Hooden shoots and scores!
Hill has control. Stick handle, he's got Pierce out there with him. Looks at the pass, here's Pierce to win the game. Shot! He scored! Pierce wins it! And double overtime.
There's a shot, rebound, Boomhauer! In front, oh my! What a save! And a breakaway! Here come the Spirits, short-handed, scores! Second short-handed goal of the game!
And that's going to wrap things up for this week. But just a reminder that all through the regular season and the playoffs, to stay up to date with everything that's going on in the OJHL, be sure to check out all of the league's different social media outlets. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next week.